Jai Hind students, welcome to your political science class. Today I am going to teach you the first chapter of second part book Challenges of Nation Building. In this chapter we will know about the circumstances in which we got the independence. You will know about the princely states integration also and also the internal states boundaries, how they were drawn. So let's come one by one, we will discuss all these points. India got independence in very difficult circumstances. Perhaps no other country by then was born in a situation more difficult than that of India in 1947. Freedom came with the partition of the country. Everywhere, especially in the eastern and western states of the country, facing too much violence and trauma of independence. There were many challenges when we got the independence in front of us. The first and immediate challenge was to shape a nation that was united, and the second challenge was to establish democracy and develop democratic practices in accordance with the constitution. The third challenge was to ensure the development and well being of the entire society, not only of some sections but to all. Actually, the real challenge was to evolve effective policies for economic development and eradication of poverty. There were many problems in the process of partition. We faced in the first three chapters, we look how the three challenges faced in the early year after independence. In the second chapter, we will know about how the democratic country was set up, and in the third lesson of this book, we will discuss about the economic development. In this chapter, we will discuss about only the first challenge of the nation building. We got the independence on 15th August 1947, but not one nation. Freedom came with two nations, India and Pakistan. Two nation theory raised by Muslim League that was led by Muhammad Ali Jinnah. Congress opposed it strongly, but Muslim League and British rule led to the division of the creation of Pakistan. Now, problems which we faced at the time of partition. In India, there was not a single belt of Muslim majority that should be given to them. Even all Muslim didn't want to go another country like Pakistan. They wanted that their country should not be divided. They didn't want to leave their native country where they born and brought up. Punjab and Bengal were divided in the process. Minority on both sides of borders suffering a lot. They were killing to each other. There was violence, displacement, holocaust, bloodshed everywhere. There were great consequences of the partition. Consequences of the partition were very bad. Muslims and Hindus, both communities, were killing and maimed to each other ruthlessly, especially in Amritsar, Lahore, and Bengal. There was a great problem of refugees also. They were forced to leave the native places within the few hours' notice. They had no idea where they should go, India or Pakistan. in which direction they rush to save their lives. They had no idea. Thousands of women were abducted on both sides of border and were forced into marriage. In many cases, women were killed by their family members to preserve the family honor. Many children were separated from their parents. According to the writers, poets, and filmmakers of that time, they, according to them, the partition was not merely a division of country physically, but it was a division of hearts. When we got the freedom, the independence, our country was divided in various princely states, which over one third of the total area of the British Indian Empire, and one out of four Indians lived under princely rule. British government decided that these states were free to join either India or Pakistan or remain independent. This decision threatened the very existence of a united India. First of all, the ruler of Travancore announced that they will remain independent. Same was declared by Nizam of Hyderabad, Kashmir, Junagadh, Manipur, and Bhopal. Some rulers already signed a document called the Instrument of Accession, means they will become a part of Union of India, but some princely states proved more difficult to persuade to join India. That is Junagadh, Hyderabad, Kashmir, Manipur. First of all, we know about the Hyderabad. Hyderabad was the largest princely state at that time, and the ruler Nizam was one of the richest men in the world. He signed on a standstill agreement and refused to join India. Even ordered his military force Raskara to suppress the protest which was happening all over the state, as the public wanted to become the part of India and the union of it. When the situation became uncontrolled, Indian army entered in Hyderabad, and within few days Nizam was forced to surrender. And in this way Hyderabad became the part of India. Same thing was happened in Manipur. The Maharaja of Manipur, Bodhi Chandra, did the signature on instrument of accession, but public forced him to hold the election, as some opposition parties didn't want to join the India. Elections were held in 1948, and it became the first state to hold an election based on universal adult franchise. However, Congress wanted to merge in India, and the government of India succeeded to force Maharaja Bodhi Chandra Singh to sign a major agreement in September 1949. When the freedom movements were going on to came out from the clutches of the colonial rulers, the Congress leaders promised the people to draw the boundaries of internal states on basis of language, but was dropped. Because of it, there was protests in many places. Telugu speaking people, under the leadership of Potti Sri Ramulu, a Congress leader, he started Visalandhra movement. when Poti Sri Ramulu died because of indefinite fast after 56 days, people came on the roads. They demanded the separate state for Telugu speaking people. Finally, the Prime Minister announced the formation of a separate Andhra state in December 1952. As the situation was uncontrolled, when Andhra state boundaries were drawn naturally, the other states, other languages speakers, they also raised the voice, started the movement, and started to force the government to draw the new state's boundary for them. In 1953, government appointed a state reorganization commission. On the basis of commission report, the States Reorganization Act was passed in 1956. This led to the creation of 14 states and 6 union territories at that time. In this way, the linguistic states accepted the principle of diversity, and today we all are living in free India with tolerance and harmony. And always we will live in the same bond of brotherhood. That's all for today. Thank you. Good day. Jai Hind.